Okay guys, it's day 7. This is our freebie card. We did this back in the spring for Easter. And we're going to do this with a Christmas theme. This is a file that Louise helped me with, and I thank her for that. And in the file, these are all going to be white. I did leave the text in there for you guys, but this is going to be a white panel, and you'll need to either cut it out of a pattern paper and have it right on there, whatever you want, whatever sentiments, or go in and select print and cut, and then select pattern and insert a pattern. And I used a blue dot. I believe this was an upload. It might be a Cricut, but I'm pretty sure that it was an upload that I did. And you could probably find it. I generally get all of my pattern uploads from Design Bundles or Creative Fabrica, and the links are on my link tree down below. So let's go ahead and put this together. And I've got my card base and I folded that in half. And when you're cutting, if you have a texture pattern that you want on the top, make sure that you put that up, because it's going to score on there. You generally will put that down so that we can fold it, but you're going to have score lines on top, and those are going to help you out in your placement. And I did these in a color. Usually we do them in white, and I'm hoping that it's going to be heavy enough for that, for this project. But we're just going to fold those on their score lines, just like this. We're going to give those a rub. And then we're going to place them inside those square panels there, okay? And we're going to I'm going to use some art glitter glue on this portion. And then we're just going to place it right inside those score lines. It's very important that that lines up for you. Okay. And I'm going to give it a rub. Oops, got some glue there. I'm going to rub that and distribute that glue out. Okay. And then I'm just going to depress it again. I'm going to get the second one. And then we're going to place that one on right inside those scores. And then the last one. And then we're going to place that in. Okay, now we're going to do our panels. And I am using some foil. Now there are 3 smaller and 6 larger, okay? And I am going to place all of them on. I'm going to set that to the side to dry. I'm going to place them all on here. This is a foil poster board from Cricut, so I'm going to use a tape runner because glue doesn't really like to penetrate that too well. It has like a plastic coating on it. I love it, but it just doesn't. And I forgot something. I'm going to do on these pieces so that that white edge, just like we did yesterday, I'm going to use my Nuvo glitter marker in Imperial Blue. And I'm going to color the edges, that white edge, on all of my pieces. Now I may speed up through this process because I'm going to do all 6 of them the same way. And there's no need for you guys to have to sit and watch me do that 6 times. And then we're just going to place it, center it up, and place that down. I'm going to give that a little bit of a rub too, just to get that to stick really good with that tape runner. Okay, and then I'm going to take that glitter marker again and go around the silver piece the foil piece, foil poster board, and we're going to go around it. Just like so. Okay, and we're going to do that to all 6 panels, and then we'll come back. Okay guys, I did all of my panels. Now this is the insert, and I wanted a watercolor look, so I used some Nuvo Mica Mist and sprayed it, and then I took a damp cloth and rubbed it, and then I went back to remove the excess and give me that watercolor look, and then I went back and did another light mist of it. But you can skip that step if you don't want to do it, but I did do it to mine. And I've already put these couple of panels in. I saved one so you could see how that was done. And I am going to use art glitter glue to put my panel in. And I did go around the edges with my blue glitter marker on this white panel, just like I did the silver and the printed panels. And always make sure, you can see I've got some marks here. That's why you want to have the back of your image to you when you do those markers, as I stated yesterday. So if it slips, you mark on the back and not on the front. So I'm just going to press that down on the inside. I'm going to give that a rub. And I did heat set that on there as well, so that I have that effect. Now the 3 smaller panels, they go here. And all I did, again, was use tape runner on these because of the foil. And you're just going to line those up with this piece open. And press those down. If I had thought about it, I didn't think about it till just a few minutes ago, I would have debossed an image or something on these so that when they pop through, that you would see them. So next you're going to get your panels, and you want your front 3 and then your back 3, okay? And let me see if I remember. The front, these need to be down to do the front piece, and then up to do the inside. So we're going to do the inside first, and I'm going to start with the one that says Mary on it, and we're going to bring, oops, I think I forgot something. Nope, that's right. I want to make sure that I'm putting it in the right place. I haven't made this card. I want it all the way down. I just wanted to be sure I go all the way down to the fold. We're not putting it in there, but down to the fold. Just like so in that window. And I'm going to get my art glitter glue for this, because I can use it now on this back of the foil, and it shouldn't bubble through because we have that printed panel on top. We're just going to place that and line that up. Get that pressed down so it looks just like this. I feel like I'm doing that totally wrong. But I'm not. I've got my other one here just to be sure. Okay, so that's the first one there, and then I want the first one for the outside. And it's going to go here as well. Oh, I know why I think I'm doing it wrong, because I don't have my frame on there yet. That's why. And this one goes all the way down to the end as well. So you'll want to kind of match those up. And I should have put glue on the edge of that other one. And bring those together. Just like so. We're just sandwiching, without catching this, you're sandwiching this portion here, okay? So I want the second panels, which would be this one and this one. And we're just going to sandwich those just like that on this one. So let's go ahead and glue here. I'm going to line that up. And I'm just folding it back, and that way I can see it through the window here. making sure that I've got it even, that it's closing. And then I'm going to put glue on the back here and here. And then we're going to put our second panel on. And Merry Christmas. And that one's unto us, a child. That's the next one. You want to make sure that you get them in the right spot. You don't want it to read incorrectly when it closes. So we have that one. A little bit of glue there. Rub that one down. And then the inside of this is the star. I'm just going to line it up through my window here, make sure that it's has room. You want to give it some clearance. You want to make sure that this piece is not rubbing on it. And then we're going to put our glue over the white area and down here. Oops, not that far over. And then we're going to put that piece in as well. Just sandwiching them in. All right. And now the frame goes on, because that's the part that we're going to be moving, and it will open the card. So we're going to make sure that that's fitted down over it. And if I'm not mistaken, it just glues on these areas. It doesn't glue to the back, so you don't want to put glue here, okay? Just around the front, like so. Right there, and the same on these other two. You don't want to get it past that solid part. Okay, so you're just going to glue just like that, okay? And I think I'm going to cut a second one of these, because I did that on my Easter one and did two to give it some strength. I'm just going to lay that on. Make sure that it's even. Probably can get by with one, but I'm going to do a second one. Make sure that I don't glue myself down. There we go. Get that a sec to dry. And I think I put it on backwards. No, I didn't. There we go. Yeah. Just going to pull these in. Make sure that they stick. Kind of forming like a little box. Fold it backwards too. Give it that pinch back. And then I'm going to flip it over, and you can see where it pulled there. You want to make sure that those are glued. I think I can get by with one. If you want to do a second frame on there, you could do a second frame on there just to strengthen it up. It depends on the material that you use, and I used just cardstock. So here we go. I'm going to give that a second to dry, and when they pull that, then it's going to open up. Unto us a child is born. And I am going to cut a second frame. That's just not sturdy enough for me, personally. I want it to be sturdier than that. I don't know. I did cut a second frame for this one. That's why. So I'm going to cut a second frame and put that over there. And then I'm going to add some Nuvo drops. And I may even add a piece of string on here, like a loop to show to pull. But that's totally up to you. But that is basically how the card goes together. And this is a really super simple card, but fun. And I've got warm wishes. I used my Cricut. As a matter of fact, I need to close it. The gel pen in the cornflower color. But you can change your bases and everything up to whatever color you want. I just went off the color that was with this little snowman. Because I thought it was cute. So I did cut 2 of these, and the reason is you got some thin areas right here with the legs, and I wanted to make sure that it was sturdy enough. So I am gluing 2 of those together, and we're going to give them a little bit of time to dry while we work on everything else. So I'm just gluing that one on top of the other. And that's totally optional. You don't have to do that. It would probably be fine, but I just wanted mine to be nice and sturdy. Get it all lined up. And that looks good. I'm not going to do any coloring around the edges of this, simply because it's a white snowman and I want him to pop out. Now, I did cut 2 of these, but not intentionally. But I don't want to throw them away. My print and cut was off. So I went in and calibrated. And since I have them, I don't want to waste them. I'm thinking about, do I want that thick? I don't think that I do. So I'm just going to toss those out. I thought I might use them, so I held on to them. That's the one that isn't good. So if your print and cut is not cutting properly, make sure you calibrate it and get your pieces cutting correctly. You'll be much happier with it. And then I am thinking of using foil acetate. But I haven't decided which way I want to go with this. I'm thinking I like that, but it has a silver side too. And I really like that. That's going to pop, I think, a little bit more. But I could do this and then go with the silver on this side. Just a pop of silver. So check yours and do yours however you want, and check it both ways. And I think I'm going with the silver because of the type card. So I'm going to use tape runner on this. Actually, I think I'm going to use my tearing tape that we used the other day, or the last few days, on this acetate, just because I want it to stick well and not have to worry about it coming up. And it's just going to be faster than the glue. Super cute file. I think you guys are really going to like this. Actually, I just messed up. I'm glad I noticed that. I got to go further in on this because this is my base card, not my inside card. I'm going to pull that to the inside. I'll pull that other strip off too. Give myself plenty of room for it. And I'm sticking to it everywhere. Let me fix my tape here. Sticky, sticky. There we go. I'm just gonna, this piece that came off, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna go further inside. And part of this has stick and part doesn't. How long is that stick? Not very long, but that's okay. Just gonna go ahead and peel that off. It's a good thing about that, you can replace it. I'm just going to run that right down the middle. Won't hurt a thing. All right. I'm gonna get that glue off of this edge. Oops. See, it doesn't always go perfect, guys. Sometimes we make boo-boos and we have to fix them. Edge, and the reason it's nice and clean. Make sure we're sticking this on the right direction. I'm just gonna line it up. We're gonna push that down. And see, I had that too low and it would have shown down here. We didn't want that. So I'm going to use some more of that tape on the back of this. And this one we can go to the edge on. There we go. And you can tear this. This liner is just a little tough for me to tear. My hands, I have arthritis and my hands have been giving me a fit, so it's hard for me to tear this week. All right, so we have those on, and we're going to peel that liner. And there is a clear coating on your foil acetate. However, when I cut mine, it cut for me, and when I lifted it off, it left the plastic behind, so I didn't have to peel it. So in case you guys are thinking I missed that, I didn't. It did it for me. Line that up. Pop that down. And I am going to place these strips on top with just a strip of that same tearing tape. I want to make sure I get it on the right side. I want my texture side out for this card. And aren't those snowflakes tiny? Loving my Cricut. Super, super small. Intricate detail, and it cut them perfectly. Perfectly. Now I did cut that on Intricate, guys. So, and I did cut extra because sometimes the blade will hang up when you're cutting that small, and it'll tear some of the little ends and things like that. So you have to make sure I got the right one here. I think they're the same size. And they are. So I'm just going to position that on. And this is just a very thin border on this one. Just enough to peep out. And I am not going to put those on the card yet because I want to make sure that I have room to possibly pop dot that up. Oops. I missed it. And it's stuck. It's gonna tear. Be gentle. Cricut, be gentle. I mean, April. Let's see. Hopefully I can get that restuck. There we go. It did. But I'm a little bit off on this end. I'm just going to trim it rather than trying to take it up again. Just going to trim that end off just slightly. There we go. Even it up. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There we go. So there we have that. And you're going to need a wobble for this. If you don't have any or you don't want to purchase any, They can be a little expensive, but there are some over at scrapbook.com, and if you use my link tree down below, you can get to scrapbook.com. There is on there a pack of these in singles or in 12s, and it's just a single pack of 12, and I think it's like 11 bucks, or 8 bucks, something like that. If you look, there's another set of the minis, and you want to make sure you get the minis because the others are huge. This is a mini, and it's 0.75 by an inch, something like that. But make sure you get the minis. And on scrapbook.com, there is another pack, and it has 2 packs in there, and it's $11. So they're much more affordable, and they're fun to have in your craft room. You can use them all the time on different cards where you want a little bit of movement. So check that out. And I'm just going to peel the backing off of this plastic, the clear plastic piece. And I am going to place it, I think I'm going to place it right about the center of this guy. And you want to give that a good rub. You don't want it to come off on you. And that's why I wanted to let that dry. I didn't want it to have wet paper and be rubbing hard on it. So get that guy rubbed down really, really, really good. Like so. Okay. And he's going to go on our card right here. So I do have enough room. He is going to pop up enough for me to pop dot this up. And I'm using thin foam dots. I'm not using the thick ones. I'm just going to place 2 or 3 on my banner, maybe 4, just so I don't get any sag in the middle. And we're going to do this one as well. I think one of these is longer than the other. Maybe it's my imagination, but I think it is. No, it's my imagination. Okay. So then we're just going to peel off our release liners. And we're going to position that on the top, just giving it a little bit of space. Stick that down, and then we're going to do the other one. And press that down. Now I'm just going to glue these right onto it. And I'm just going to run my glue. Just run a little thin, tiny bead of glue right on. Give me a little bit of playroom there. There we go. And that one says, baby, it's cold outside. And then this one says, shake your flakes. And this one is going to go more to this side because we're going to put a snowflake down here. So I'm just going to do a thin little bead. Maybe touch the center of the end of that one just so I know it's landing where it needs to. And that one says shake your flakes. And then we're going to put this guy on. And he goes on upside down, turning his little cartwheel. And we're going to peel off the plastic liner, the release liner here. And I like to add a little glue. That way I've got some wiggle room to move it and help it stick as well. So we're just going to stick him down. Give that a press. And then just go in underneath and Make sure you press it down really good. And then we'll let him dry, but he's gonna wiggle. How cute is that? And now I'm gonna use, instead of trying to glue all of those little bitty teeny tiny mini flakes, I've got some mini glue dots here. These are the 3/16 inch dots. And I'm just going to put those right on the center of those and scatter them about. I want to put one here for sure. So that's that one. There's something on that one. Paper. Don't want that to show up. Grab another dot. And I've just got it on the end of my weeding tool. We're going to pick that one up. And I think I want one right here. And I'm just guessing. I've got them laid out. I need to look at my layout. Okay, so I put one here. I actually put it up higher on the thing, but that's okay. I can live with it. Got one there. I'm gonna place one right about here. And then we'll give us another dot. And like I said, I did cut extra. If you want to use them, you can. How stinking cute is that? Love, love, love. I don't know if it will show up on the inside. A little bit. So let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Put a couple inside. Since we have them, don't let them go to waste. Because surely I know that I will lose mine. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I keep losing one snowflake. I keep losing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I'm missing one. I looked everywhere for it before I got started filming. And I found him, and now I've lost it again. I don't need him anyway. I think 3 is plenty here. So there we go. So nice, fun, cute card. And you could take some liquid glass from Close to My Heart and go over those snowflakes and give those a little bit of shine to match the card if you want to. But I think he's perfect just like he is. Maybe, oh, let's do this. Let's do some bitty dots. These are just little bitty rhinestones. Get these from Close to My Heart as well. Oh, that's perfect. That's all it needs. You could use Nuvo drops too, though, in the center. Oops, lost that one. Give those a press down when you're doing them so that they stay. Oh, that one got away from me. There he is. If I can grab him off of there. Sticky little guy. I didn't even push him down either. There we go. And maybe a couple on the inside. Oh, that's going to be so cute. And there you go, guys. Here's your Shake Your Flakes card. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and have lots of fun with it. I can't wait to see what colors you come up with to use, or use the same colors.